I think I've just found the biggest boat at the Sanctuary Cove Boat Show. There's been a few starts and finishes, but this one is 97-foot Horizon. I am with the captain, Tyson. What a job.
Yeah, it's a good job. Yeah, we're here at the show. So.
Yeah, you've just sailed up from Sydney.
Yeah, we just come up from Sydney. We just put the boat in the shipyard. Just did quite an extensive shipyard.
And before that, Noumea, you were telling me.
Yeah, so I've spent 3 months in Noumea a couple of years ago. Done the Kimberleys.
Hard job, mate.
East coast of Australia. It's good.
And you don't even have to. You don't even have to own the boat. You're like Bill Burr said. You never own the boat. You're just the guy who turns up on the weekend with a 6-pack.
That's correct.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of the work.
Just arrive.
Let's do a tour.
Yeah, too easy. Yeah, come on. So obviously, when you step on the back deck, you've got a great garage here that turns into a bit of a what do you call it? Like a big area when we're on the anchor. You know, you've got
do a bit of fishing.
Yeah, you've got a big swim platform. We lower it in the water.
Yep. Oh, you can lower that too. Yep.
Yeah, it goes up to about your waist deep, so it's easy just to swim straight off. We've got a jet ski that sits up here.
Oh, nice.
For when we're in Airlie, up the Whitsunday Islands, you've got a jet ski to go quick. Yeah. Zoom around the islands and have some fun. So yeah, we're full of toys. We've got sea scooters in here. We've got dive compressor, our fishing gear all through there.
Wow.
All our life jackets and
all close, ready to get to, and a sink for when you catch all the big fish, and
that's
a shower.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Or shower fitted and sink and do all your cleaning out the back here. Don't have to take anything on the boat.
Turns into a bit of a beach club.
Yes.
So it's good. You set it up. Have some fun out here while we're sitting off Whitehaven.
There's probably more space in this area than on my whole boat, but let's keep going.
So, yeah, it's a pretty good entertaining space here.
Lovely. Yes.
We can fit up to, I think we've had 18 people around this table.
Wow.
For a function with the owners in Sydney. So, yeah, it's a good back deck area. You've got fridges, bars, all pretty accessible.
Yeah.
And it's quite out of the weather. If it starts to rain, you've got the overview. So, yeah, it's quite good. Then when it's really raining, we've got quite a large saloon. So, you've got the wet
There's
bar.
a bit of space here, isn't there?
Yeah. A couple couches, so it's good. You know.
Oh, look at that! Even you've got glass that's not going to move around. That's not going to break.
No, it sits there all sturdy. Every passage we've done, they stay there like that.
Nice.
So, it's quite good actually. And then
nicely fitted out too. The whites and the it's lovely, isn't it?
A bit of a homely feel.
Yes, and good views all around.
Yes, so windows all around. The Horizons do a good build, making the natural lighting come in. So it's always nicer than having your bright LEDs everywhere.
Yes,
it's quite good. And we'll keep moving forward into the galley. So we have a raised pilot house.
Yep.
So that then blends in there.
This is your office.
Yes,
let's go up and check your office. How did you get into it, Tyson?
So I grew up in
boats.
In the boats. Yes.
Yeah.
So my dad was a skipper.
Yep.
On the white boats, and sort of followed his footsteps.
Oh, fantastic!
So
you're born into it.
Yes.
Got salt water in your veins.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, look at those security cameras too.
Yeah, you can see the big C32s down there in the engine room.
Oh, no, and the back the stern there, so you can when you're backing in.
That's correct. Yeah, it's great.
Nice. Great. And good views there. You've got plenty of you can see ahead of you. Got 360 out the sides there.
And then obviously this goes up to our sun deck. So when you're sitting out at Whitehaven around the islands, this is one of the best spots to be.
This is what?
So you got the jacuzzi, 2 big sun pads. You got the TV to put the footy on a Friday afternoon.
The bar.
The wet bar, it's a great area for
barbecue. Where's our barbecue?
Barbecue's under here.
There had to be a bar. If it's not an Aussie boat.
Got the barbecue under there.
Yeah, lovely.
Got deep freeze for all the fish.
Oh, fantastic! Look at this space. Nice. It's a big area, isn't it?
Yes.
Bean bags.
We've got a 4.8 metre tender that sits up here.
Yep, when you're on the move. Yep.
Yeah, when we're on the move, and then once we're up in our destination, we'll then tow it for the rest of the trip. So it turns into quite a large active area for all the guests and the owners' usage.
Fantastic. Look at that, and that's all warm too, like a hot.
40 degrees it can sit at.
I'll bet you've been in here a couple of times, haven't you? Some couple of nights, Tyson.
I like looking at it, and that's as far as I go.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
A nice space, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we've got our next helm station here. So we drive mainly up here, up around the islands. It's a bit nice. You can sit in the sun.
Yeah, yeah.
And enjoy it a bit more than sitting inside in the aircon. So
Cast a line out the side.
yeah, can hear the lines when the fish are on. Yeah, so it's a great entertaining space up here. You've got full surround sounds for when we've got the speakers on.
Yep.
When we've got the footy on, you can hear the tries come in, so it's good. We'll head back down. With the RP97, they introduced quite a large galley that wraps around and rolls down, so it's a really friendly galley to work with.
Wow, that is great, isn't it? So you can be serving food through there. It's huge.
That's correct, yeah. And then most of our guests, they all sit here in the morning at the breakfast bench with the sun coming in. It's quite an active space to sit in the morning while the coffees are coming out.
Now on my boat, I've got a 30-foot yacht.
Yeah.
So I'm making my own breakfast, but I imagine if this is on a cruise or whatever, there'd be crew cooking the food in a lot of cases, or
yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Our we sort of all pitch in on here. We run with 3 crews, so we run with a stewardess, a deck engineer, and myself.
Ah, all right. So
and we just all pitch in and help out with the owners.
Oh,
and,
fantastic!
In we go.
Yeah. Should we go and have a look up the front?
Yeah. Come
check out the bow.
You've got more couches than you do in a 3-story house. We've got a massive couch up here.
Oh, imagine the views you're on the journey, on the voyage, sitting up here. You're at the wheel.
Yeah, it's a great spot to sit. So you get to sit here. Dolphins coming up on the bow on our passage up, so it's
lovely.
Even better.
And you can do your Titanic thing here.
Yeah, you can have your moment up here while the sun's going down in the afternoon.
And twin anchors.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we have two anchor systems on board. It always helps. Quite extensive. So they're 150 metres of chain each side. So we've got enough chain to sit in a bit of breeze, and then we've got a lot of storage down there in the anchor well. So that's great.
Lovely. All right, let's continue the tour. Let's
head
check
down
out
the guest areas.
The bedrooms, the donk on this thing. Gee, you could nearly get lost here, couldn't you? I'm glad you're leading the way, Tyson.
So as we head down here, we've got 4 guest cabins.
Yep.
The master's a full beam cabin with a king-size bed.
A little bit of room here, isn't there?
Yeah. You know, if you want to come and work on your trip, you can sit there and look outside through the windows.
Look out the windows.
And then we have a full beam bathroom.
And we've got the shower there. Yeah, lovely. No, it's big space, isn't it?
Plenty of storage space here, so
you
can stay for a couple of weeks. Or if you want to live here, you can also live here.
Oh, wow. His and her vanity units. Fantastic.
And then we go up and we've got 3 more guest cabins. We have 2 twins that turn into doubles, so we can slide them if we've got 4 couples, or if the kids are on board.
Plenty of room there in the head also.
Yeah, so each cabin has their own ensuite on board. So
you've got to have that. You've got to have that, Tyson.
That's it. And then we head up into the VIP. This is up in the bow, so they're a full beam room as well, with a larger bathroom.
Oh, nice! Look at that.
So it's quite spacious for 4 cabins. Everyone's quite comfortable living down
and they've got a bit of space. You can have your privacy.
It's also nice and quiet on the anchor. You don't hear any of the jennies down here. It's even better.
Oh, lovely.
So that's great. Yeah.
Let's check out the engine room.
Yeah,
I imagine it's a place you spend some time.
Yeah, where the magic happens.
What sort of motors it got?
We've got C32, so they're about 1,600 horsepower a side.
Wow. And what sort of cruising speed does this do?
We roughly cruise at about 10 knots.
Yep.
That's burning about 150, 160 litres an hour.
Yep.
And then we have 2 generators on board. This is also going down into the crew area.
Yep.
Where we all spend our time.
Yep.
Where we all live. And then we'll go into here.
Wow. They are some motors, Tyson. They are impressive.
They sound quite good when they start up.
Yeah.
They have some serious sound when they're up and boogieing. We can get up to about 22 knots.
Wow.
So yeah, it's quite quite practical down here, really accessible. So we've got 2 generators, 3 aircon chillers. So if it's warm, we can pump the aircons up.
Yep.
We've got our water maker over there on the right, so we make our own water. 140 litres an hour we can get up to, so
yep.
yeah, it's quite,
oh, wow.
quite impressive down here.
That is, yeah. And this is the crew area, your little, there'd be a beer fridge here somewhere, wouldn't there, Tyson?
It's the biggest one here. So yeah, this is where we all base ourselves for the seasons where we are. We've got two crew cabins and 1 ensuite.
Yep.
And then that door goes straight out into the garage, which then leads onto the swim platform.
Fantastic. And that's
the master's. That one's locked. That's a storage cabinet at the minute.
oh, the storage cabinets. But no, that's a nice little area, isn't it? Good little area for you. TV there.
Yeah.
Beer fridge.
Okay.
I can see you sitting down there relaxing, watching the footy or something.
Yeah, well, the Horizons make a good boat for the crew. They build it for the crew. It's
Yep.
not a small area. They really look after the crew and make it really accessible for us and live aboard, so it's even better.
And if someone was interested in a boat like this, what sort of price are we talking?
So we're on the market at the moment for 4.4. So we're one of the cheapest Horizons on the market.
And so what year build was this one?
We're a 2012
And-
97 Horizon.
Yeah. And how long's this been? Like how many hours on the motors? And
We've got 6,000 hours aside on the motors.
that's not a lot.
Yeah.
That's not a hell of a...
No. So the boat's been to Fiji, the Kimberleys. It's done some serious travelling, so it's well equipped.
Yep.
It's a great sea boat. We've just come out of the hard stand period with the main engines just had a major service. The generators had an overhaul, so we had all the boys down here. So it was a pretty active work site.
So it's ready to go. If a new owner like the look of this, it's ready to go with the captain.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you get 2 crew. There's 2 of us that come with the boat. Then we employ a 3rd when we're on trip. So yeah, it's
Fantastic.
quite good.
Fantastic, Tyson. Thanks for that tour. That was great. We covered
Appreciate
everything.
it.
Good on you.